Welcome to the Whiskey Vault. I'm Daniel Whittington, Chancellor of Wizard Academy Whiskey Marketing School. I've got a bottle here. This is Hidden Drams, the day in which I drink things you probably won't be able to get your hands on. This was donated by, Captain Ron. Written right there on the side of it. All right. So, Ron Weich. This is pretty cool because he did this with two bottles. I'm going to get to the other one at another point. It's the Ardbeg that's hiding up there. These are Fèis Ìle, the festival on Islay in Scotland that they hold once a year. That's a celebration of Islay whiskey. And during that time, I can't remember what the number is. It's a huge amount of people flood that island. I don't even, honestly, I've been there twice. I don't even know where they put that many people. Like what rooms and hotels, people camping, like who knows. But every distillery puts out a special edition whiskey just for that festival. And Ron got these, and instead of just drinking them himself, donated them to the vault, which is amazing and super kind. And I'm gonna cut that label off. And it's been sampled, you know, because as it should. But I'm excited about this. Bowmore is one, oh, glass would be helpful. Bowmore is one of those distilleries that I feel that I underrate on a regular basis. And what I mean is, the 12-year-old Bowmore is very simple. It's not as smoky as you want Islay to be. It's not a sherry cask as you want a sherry cask whiskey to be. It's sort of this middle ground of like slightly sherry cask, slightly smoky, so simple and middle that it is a good introduction to Islay for some people because it's smoke without the smoke bomb. But it's not the most complex. And so I really liked the small batch actually. And Bowmore 12 is a classic. We use it in a lot of trio tastings. I pour it for a lot of people. But as far as keeping it around the house and really trying it all the time or knowing it, it sort of goes by the way. I do end up liking a lot of SMWS, Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, bottlings of Bowmore a lot. And it's in those where I feel like I found the heart and character of Bowmore. So I was excited to try an actual age statement Bowmore from their own releases, 19 years old. And this one's unique. This was double matured in virgin oak. Now, I couldn't find an answer to this, but I think that means that they literally put it in a virgin oak barrel and then took it out and put it in another virgin oak barrel. Sometimes when people say double matured, they're talking about the second maturation. So someone I've seen advertisements for, this is a double matured sherry cask, and then you go read the write-up and it says, we aged it in bourbon barrels and then moved it to sherry barrels. So it's double matured, finished in sherry barrels, but there's not a lot of legal definition of how that's managed. And so when you say double matured and you only mention virgin oak, that leads me to believe that that's 2 virgin oak barrels, in which case that's a strong statement, Bowmore. 19 years in virgin oak. I don't know if I've ever heard anything like that. Definitely a whiskey nerd release, which is fitting because the festival has a whole bunch of whiskey nerds. But I'm excited to try it. Ooh. Yeah, that is the most oak forward Bowmore that I've ever tried. It's dry and like wood wax and veneer and oil, antique wood oil. There's a sweetness that keeps trying to cut through. That's like a really soft sweetness, but it's so wooden and oily that it's not clarifying into anything specific like fruit, or it's just a dark, rich sweetness surrounded by wood and wax and oil. That's interesting. Oh, hello. Whoa! That is totally unique, not just in Bowmore, but in Scotch. I've never tried anything like this in Scotch. 54.8%. Man, if you had poured this for me blind, let me try it again. Man, I would have bet on an American single malt because the wood notes are so strong. The extraction from those barrels is so strong compared to what I'm used to. Never in a million years would I have pinpointed it as Bowmore, ever. There's a very real chance I wouldn't have guessed Scotland. Wow, that is drama. It's waxy, it's burnt caramel, it's dry wood tannins, it's sweet throughout. But usually on a smoky whiskey, you get all these things and then threaded smoke. This is smoke and wood with threaded sweetness. It's the reverse. Dang, that is oaky. I'm getting some water. I'm gonna try some water in this. Bowmore is, as far as we know, one of the oldest distilleries in Islay. It dates back to 1779 for its original running, and it changed hands multiple times and ended up in Morrison Bowmore Distillers, and then Morrison, and then now Suntory, as in Sunbeam Suntory. Suntory is the holder, and whew, damn, that's drama. I'm gonna let some water sort of soften that, and I'm gonna drink some water, take the edge. I've always wanted to go to that festival. It's usually May, June, which is a bad time for me. My, kids are getting out of school and summer starts, and great time of year probably to be on Islay, but it's like a 10-day festival every year, and people kind of come and go throughout the 10 days and visit the different distilleries. Woo! All right. Let's try it again. On the nose. Oh, whoa, okay. Now we got burnt wood mixed with burnt marshmallow. And then there's a sort of bitter dark chocolate floating note back there. Okay, that softens everything out into the sweetness. Still, knowing what I'm drinking and looking at the word Bowmore is not connecting in my brain. This is the least Bowmore thing I've ever had. This is the least Scottish single malt I've ever had. I could easily be argued this was Pacific Northwest or, something really over oaked with Virginia or something. I haven't had anything over oaked from Virginia, but man, that barrel impact is no joke. High drama. They went for high drama, which is kind of the opposite of what I've experienced from Bowmore, which makes it kind of fun. So now we know what Bowmore's capable of when they just take the gloves off and start throwing elbows. All right. Well, cheers to you. Thanks to Ron for this whiskey again. And I'm really glad you're here. If you like rare reviews of whiskey you'll never drink, then like and subscribe. Now, also on the other episodes, drink things you can drink.